Hi everyone, I'm Arvind Sangha. Welcome to my YouTube channel Leeway, Learn Easy Way. In this video, we are going to study and understand what is present tense. We will be looking at revision of personal pronouns that we learned in the previous video, a small introduction about different forms of verbs that help us understand the tenses better, all different types of present tenses. At the end of this video, we will summarize what we have learned. So while let's make a start. As we already know that there are three different types of personal pronouns, which are first person, second person, third person. First person means the person speaking. I, we are used here. I for singular, we for plural. Second person means the person spoken to. You is used here for both singular and plural. Third person means the person spoken of. He, she, it, and they are used here. He, she, it for singular, they for plural. Now let's take a look at different forms of verbs. First of all, what is a verb? A verb is a word used to tell something about person or a thing. Like what a person does, what is done to the person, or what a person is. We will not talk much about verb as it kind of deviates from our actual topic. We can understand verb better in a different video. For now, we will have a look at its forms. As you can see here, the verb is expressed in three different forms: present or base form, past or past simple, past participle, plus gerund. So these are also called V1, V2, V3, and V1 plus ing. So like V1 is nothing but the first form of the word, V2 is nothing but second form of the verb, and the third form of the verb. So as you can see in here, I have listed down three examples: cut, plan, begin. If you take a close look, cut, the second form of the cut is also cut, and the third form of the cut is also a cut. And if you take a look at plan, the second form is planned and the third form is planned. But for the begin, it's began, and began being the verb second form and the third form. So I just wanted to explain here that the verbs can be of different types. It can be of regular or irregular. I just wanted to make a I just wanted to make a note that like based on the verb, all different forms of the verbs can be different. So it may have the verb may have all the forms same, or it may have only the past simple and the past participle are same, and or all the forms are different. So with that, we will let's start with this present tense. Present tense can be expressed or framed using four different types: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Let's start with simple present. So before we actually go to examples, we have a small formula for simple present. Subject plus V1, adding S or ES to the end of the V1. V1 is nothing but the first form of the verb. Here, a subject can be a noun, a pronoun, or any name. So when to add S or ES? So if the subject is singular, then you use S or ES to the V1. If it is a plural, then you don't. An exception here is for I. For I, you don't add S or ES. So let's take an example. So simple present is used to express a habitual action. They drink tea every morning. I go to temple every Thursday. So they drink subject plus V1. So we don't add S or ES here because it's a plural. Similarly, I, we don't add S or ES to the verb. So that's why we didn't add S or ES to the go. And the simple present is also expressed for general truths like the sun rises in the east, the earth moves around the sun, the sun and the earth being singular, we added s to the rise and move verbs. Simple present is also used in news headlines. India lifts World Cup. India beats Australia. So in newspapers, you might see these headings, and these headings are actually in simple present form. And in exclamatory sentences, begin with here and there. Like, here comes the bus. There she goes. If you see here, we added es to the verb go. Why? Because she is singular. So that's why we added es to the verb. And it also used to express a future event of fixed timetable or fixed program. Like, the match starts at 9 o'clock. So these are the examples that we use for simple present. Now let's talk about present continuous. And the formula here, subject plus am or is or are plus the first form of the verb and plus ing. That means it's a gerund that we use after am, is or are. So when the subject is singular, we use is. When the subject is plural, we use are. When the subject is pronoun I, then we use am. Let's take some examples here. So the present continuous used to express an action that is happening at the time of speaking. Like, the boys are playing cricket. They are actually playing right now. So you are speaking to someone that the boys are playing cricket. I am explaining present continuous. I'm speaking right now and I'm explaining the present continuous. So that's why I can use the present continuous here. And to temporary actions which may not be actually happening at the time of speaking, for example, like the two students are preparing for exams. They're actually not preparing right now, but they are preparing for some exams. So you can use present continuous there as well. And to express an action that is arranged to take place in the near future. I am going to watch a movie tonight. My friend is coming to tomorrow. Sorry, it's mistake here, the spelling, but my friend is coming tomorrow. So if you take these two examples, like, they are actually not happening right now. They are going to happen in the near future. But you can still use the present continuous to express those sentences, like, I'm going to watch a movie, my friend is coming tomorrow. Now let's go to present perfect. Here, subject plus has or have plus the third form of the verb. When subject is singular, you use has. When the subject is plural, you use have. So present perfect is used to express completed activities in the immediate past using just. Like, they have just gone out. The match has just started. So if you see, they is plural, that's why we used have here. And the match is a singular, so that's why we used has. You can also say, like, I've just finished my homework, like that. And we also use present perfect for often with for and since phrases. Means the action began in the past, but it is still continuing up to the present moment and it ends. So let's take examples for this. We have lived here for 10 years, but we are not living now. He has been ill since last week, but not now. So for these kind of statements, also you can use present perfect. And let me give a small example here, or small tip when to use for or since. If it is a period of time, then you use for. If it is a point of time, then you have to use since. So 10 years is actually period of time. So that's why you used for. And last week is actually point of time. So that's why I used since. Now let's take a look at present perfect continuous, and the formula being subject plus has or have plus been plus word first form plus ing. So you already know when to use has or when to use have. So when subject is singular, you use has. When the subject is plural, you use have. Let's take an example. It's very simple. An action which began at some time in the past and is still continuing. So he has been reading the novel for 5 years. That means he's still reading the novel at this present time. He's still reading the novel. He did not finish, stop reading it. They have been playing since morning. So they are actually this, they started playing in the morning, but they didn't stop it. They're still continuing playing. So that's why you have to use they have been playing since morning. So in this case, we use present perfect continuous. I have a small example here. We have been living here for 10 years. We have lived here for 10 years. In the first form, it's a present perfect continuous. In the second example, it is present perfect. But there's a small difference. We have been living here for 10 years means for 10 years they are living in this place and still they are living in this place. But in the second example, we have lived here for 10 years, but now we are not living here. But we have lived for 10 years. So that's present perfect continuous. So with this, we come to the summary. Have just listed a table here. So the persons column is in the first column being the persons, and I've listed all the different persons. And the first row, along with the persons, I have listed all the different types of present tense and the formulas for each of the persons. Like if you take I, in the with I, the simple present is just the first form of the verb. Present continuous for I is like am plus verb plus ing. For present perfect, it's I plus have plus the third form, and the present perfect continuous is plus for present perfect continuous is I plus have plus been plus v1 plus ing. So it's just kind of a formula for all the different persons how we represent each present tense. So you can take a note and you can pause the video and you can just write down, and you can remember uh, this tense in this way, in a simple way. So with that, I come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, we will understand past tense. And thanks for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you really enjoy this video. And please do comment. Thank you. See you again. Bye.